Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between and off the spectrum. My name is Prince Kitsune, and today I'm back with another episode of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, last time, we had some stuff go down. Olivier, instead of choosing to join, I almost called him Master Raven. General Raven. General, I know his title, I swear. Instead of joining General Raven, opted to stab him twice and bury him in concrete. That was sick. I love that. Because he made her throw Sloth back into the hole rather than let her go save her men that were trapped down there. And it turns out Ed had the brilliant idea of creating another entrance that was hidden from Raven so that they could go chase after them anyway. So I guess that's what they're going to be doing this episode. That being said, other sources of antagonism afoot, mostly Kimberly, that guy that I really can't stand. For a lot of reasons, obviously, but recently, because he had the nerve to bring Winry along, so now she's in the area, and now she's in the wall, and that's not good, because she's essentially a hostage to the Führer and, to extension, the father, which is not ideal. She doesn't know it, though, so that's how she got roped into it, but yeah, not good. So a lot of things going on. We're just going to continue where we left off. I am excited to get us going. Before we get going, though, I just wanted to remind you to hit the buttons. You know the ones, the YouTube buttons, the like button, comment button, subscribe button, and the bell as well. I'd appreciate it a lot. Let's just get into the episode now. Okay. Are we supposed to know who these people are? I don't think so. Oh. Who are these guys? Frame one. Who are these guys? Who are these guys? God, I'm an idiot. Kimberly's men dispatched from the central. Ugh. Ah, okay. So they're the people that brought her here. Yeah, they really didn't do a good job of accounting for him. The first homunculus. Oh gosh, that's not good. Okay, when they say first, do they mean like the first of the ones that we know now? Or just the first one in general? Right? Does that apply to any of the sins as we know them? Does it apply to previous versions of the sins? Does it apply to the father or Hohenheim? Are they homunculus? Do we even really know? I don't think we really know. Hope you find out. That's not why. He was trying to keep her safe. It was part of our plan that was very important not for you to know. I hate that he's in a room with them. No, Winry, he's not a nice guy. He's not nice. He's not good. No, he's not going to look after them for you. He won't. You need to know, dude. Yeah, don't go trusting him at all. Oh. Parents were doctors. How does he know so much about... I mean, I know how he knows so much about her. Obviously, he was told by Führer, but like... Gosh, when did he have time to do this? Well, that makes sense, actually. If he was the one that went after Scar at the beginning and killed a bunch of the Ishvalans that were there, it makes sense that he would have seen that. But like, man. Of course she thinks that she can trust him. It's not her fault. She doesn't know she's being manipulated. Because he's a fucker. And a good liar. Oh, shut the fuck up. You don't give a shit about them. Oh, look at that fucking face. How dare you? You piece of shit. That's the, like, I know that my lie is working face. Like, haha, fuck you. I've got you right where I want you because I'm manipulating the fuck out of you. She's like a 16-year-old girl. 15, 16-year-old girl. You shouldn't be proud. You shouldn't be proud of manipulating a literal child. That's fucked up. You fucking creep. Liar. It's not an honor to meet you. It's an honor to meet you, Leverage. Ooh. What was that? Was that a vision? Ah, okay. She only knows her perspective. That's true. What a weird transition. But sometimes that's just how your brain works. That's just pure intrusive thoughts. You ever have that though, where like your brain just makes like 2 to 3 really quick calculations just like in the middle of a thought? It just goes this thought to this thought to this thought, and it happens like almost instantaneously. But you can track it. It's just that it happens so quickly that it's like it really shocks you because you're not like actively thinking. It just kind of pops out of your subconscious, like these just little connections that you make. Happens to me sometimes. But this actually tracks. That actually all makes sense. Oh, all I know about the situation is what Riza told me. Oh, Riza told me this other thing. And, you know, making the connection because Winry is here. Makes sense. Why is he so awkward? What the hell is he doing? Just not phased. Yeah, I don't want to think about that where she's like looking over you like that. He's reading the fucking periodic table of elements in his mind. What a weirdo. He's hopeless. She said that out loud. I love it. They're technically thinking about the same thing. It's funny. It's not gonna hurt him more than just in that moment. It's really cool looking. I like it a lot. That's dope. No, it has nothing to do with that. Why are you lying? Yeah, obviously. Because he doesn't know who that is. He always uses that one. Of course. Of course. Why is she in a white dress? Yeah. Diamond stock? Hell does that mean? These two are surprisingly gonna get along really well. This random teenage girl is just like has the exact same interests as him. It's like, oh wow, you like this stuff as much as I do, because all he does is talk about his fucking automail. That's so cute. No. This is his mechanic. Aw, so cute. She is so baby. What the hell? What the hell does that mean? I'm not sure what that reaction was. It's a jealousy? I don't know. That was weird. That was weird as hell. Okay. I hope it's not anything creepy or sinister. I don't think so. He seems like a good dude. Yeah. He's trying to protect her. He's trying to figure out like how to tell her that like, yo, we're not in a safe situation right now. Yeah. He's doing his best. I don't know if she really picked it up. Because like she trusts what he says. You know, obviously she's like, yeah, that makes sense. You know, there's this giant mechanical monstrosity that we're inside of. Like, yeah, of course there are a lot of sources of danger. But I don't think she really understands the weight of the scenario because he can't really imply it too heavily, or else it's going to be clear to Kimberly like what he's talking about. And it probably already is. You know what I mean? He probably understands that Ed's trying to do that right now. Not that it really matters. Because he knows why she's there. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Going back to jail, bro. To defeat the Huns? Oh. I don't think there are any Huns in this world. What is the business? Because we can't, yeah. Kimberly won't let you. Why did they zoom into his thing there? You know what I mean? Like they zoomed into his collar. That little you see what I mean? They tilted down towards this on purpose. Like why? Is this just a different kind of, I don't know, it's not really an insignia, but is this just, you know, is it one of those military like patch marking things where like different patches imply who's working with what division? Is that why they're pointing it out? Because it makes sense. I think their uniforms would be slightly different than what we see in the Northern Wall. So these are not like Northern Wall people. I think that's what Al is keying into. Yeah. Okay. I always hate when they do this. I'm just like, ugh. It's so much to read, and I know I'm not supposed to read because I don't really care about what the other guy is saying. I only care about what Al's saying, but it's still just a lot of words on screen. Not to let us work together, not to mention bringing Willie along. Yeah. Al's right. Yeah, he gets it. Yep. Okay, you tell me he can't break that? Like, what are those reinforced bolts gonna do? You're telling me he can't just like rip that thing in half? He's a fucking giant suit of armor. I know he's saying that he can't do anything too sudden or like too desperate or confrontational, but like it's just really funny that they bothered putting him in this. I think I asked last time why they did that, but that makes sense. It's already been a week? Oh, I guess since Ed and Al got there, I think that's what they meant, since they... Because there was a point last episode where it's just like, oh yeah, several days have passed since Raven was killed and put underneath, right? You spent a week in the dark like this. Yeah, I mean, that's all that you can really hope for at this point. And it makes sense too, by the way, that they have to like prepare a team for this, especially because Kimberly is watching them the whole time, right? Like they're gonna have to explain to him why certain soldiers are missing because they told. Well, I mean, they told Raven, but obviously Kimberly is there. He said himself as an extension of the Fuhrer, right? So they still have to be in their best behavior. Oof. You know she's not gonna do that. Well, she says she's going to, but she doesn't want to. I don't think it matters. I think, you know, it'll probably be okay. Yeah, no, it's true. She's trying to keep them safe in case anything happens to her. Yep. Yeah, smart. That's what you got to do as a leader. Especially because she did make that decision on her own, you know? And she understands as a good leader that, like, her decisions, especially in that case, when it comes to technically treason, yeah, that's her own decision. So she needs to be the one to take the fall for it. It really is a position, you know, in a position of leadership, you have to be able to take responsibility if things don't work out, especially if your choices led to that outcome, right? Even if they don't lead to that outcome, you still have to take responsibility sometimes. Because ultimately, if people are acting on your behalf, if they act out of line, right, you can still very much argue that that's on you. Here, though, I mean, she definitely made the decision herself. Oh, okay. They had that prepared, too. Why are there train tracks? And how is Sloth laying down the train tracks, too? Because that's crazy. There's something about this that just... Why do they need to have train tracks there? Is it just because it's a long tunnel and they just need to be able to move within it? Is that all it is? Maybe I'm overthinking it. But it takes a lot of work to lay down train tracks, right? You know, it's probably like a minecart. Now that I think about it, it's probably a minecart more than a train. I know I say train, but like, really, I assumed it was something small that would be able to travel through it. I don't expect an entire fucking giant train, passenger train, freight train, or anything like that. I didn't mean that. Probably some sort of minecart system. Yeah, they're unruly everywhere. Pretty much they're unruly wherever Ed and Al go. First strike victory, yeah, that makes sense. Do we know anything about the Eastern Forces? Or is he the Eastern Forces? I never really thought about that. I don't really know what specifically Roy is in charge of. I just know who he's in charge of, you know? Yeah, so he doesn't want him. She did say that before. He's just an in-between. Yeah, we know you're not going to do that. Yeah, exactly. She knows him well enough. And honestly, that means that she has faith in him, that she trusts him enough, because she feels like she understands him and his motivations. So, like, sometimes it's all you need. He just want to make sure, you know, he just wants to make sure that she's not being reckless or stupid or not thinking things through. Okay. Is that supposed to mean something? I know they all, or at least Alex has that kind of hoagie thing. Like that's kind of the thing. They all have like a, I guess, I don't know. Do you call it a hoagie always? Because with Alex, it's the only hair that he has on his head. Does that still count? I don't know. Yeah. Why did he have to buy all of them? I mean, I know she didn't ask him to. He said, oh, I might as well buy all your flowers then. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Never want to see that. What do you mean might? Enemy is definitely out there. I guess he just means enemy might be close by. Oh. They're still there. They didn't go anywhere. Wow, they're terrified even though they can see it's their own men. Are they all that's left? Wow, every single one? Oh, that's not good. It never left. I guess it's more of a they, not an it. Oh, okay. If there's no lights, then there can't be a shadow. If it travels along the shadow, if everything... Hold on. If everything is shadow, then, like... I guess it's not a shadow if there's no light, if it's only dark. But if everything is dark, shouldn't it be able to move freely? Don't you need light to ward it away? Although light creates shadow? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I should stop talking. That thing's creepy as hell. So is this the first homunculus? Why did it let them go? Did I miss something there? The shadow is coming. They looked the other way and then went back. Why did they look the other way? Did they see something else? There's something else that they're concerned of coming from the other direction? Because that was a deliberate choice. Nothing got in their way. That's why I wanted to double check. I was like, wait, did something that they said trip it off? Or, you know, cause it to leave? But no. They just looked the other way and then left. Yeah, he's never home. Why did she go to the house to drop it off? That's interesting. Yeah, okay. You can't tell me that shot doesn't mean something. You don't use the fucking vertigo shot, especially in animation where you can't create it. In camera, you have to specifically choose to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to specifically edit it that way. But, like, look at the zoom, right? When I say vertigo shot, I mean the zoom, where we're getting closer to the character, but the background stays relatively in the same place. What the fuck? Is he Pride? What the hell was that about? Is that why the shadow had to move? Because it had to be there to be Salim? What the hell is happening? Konbanwa? So is your dad. Because he's not here. Hmm. Something about that. Something about that is not right. Obviously, they want us to know that something about that's not right. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had that jump scare. But like, ugh. What? That's such a weird thing to say. If he were our biological son, you might call me. It doesn't matter. You're his mother. It doesn't matter if you're biological or not. Right? What the hell is that about? But it's this thing that she says next that's cueing me in. Since he is adopted, I can be unreserved in my pride. Every time the word pride gets brought up, I'm just like, okay, what the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? Who the hell is Pride? Is Pride this child? What's happening? It makes sense though, because remember the first time we had the Fear talk to Pride, Pride was not physically there. They showed us the shadow. Was it the shadow? They showed us a spider eating a moth or something, but it was dark and nighttime and there were shadows everywhere. So it would make sense if Pride is the shadow, that Pride would be able to be there even if we didn't see them. So it's definitely Pride. The Pride is the first one. Wait, what? Who's not one of his first? Hold on. The subtitles are going fast. I couldn't keep up. The boy of a distant relative? Oh, okay. So he is related to the Fear, and that's what's setting her off. Because that doesn't make sense, because he was created. I mean, I guess he wasn't. He was technically a person, and then they put wrath into him, but you know what I mean. That's what's tipping her off. Perhaps his good traits come from my husband's lineage. But he doesn't have a lineage. Yeah, she thought it was the other way around. Okay. Yeah, she knows. Okay, he's created too. He's something. Is he really Pride? If Pride is the oldest, then how is this kid Pride? Yeah, that's right. He was a test subject as a kid. Never had a family. Sensation. Oh, that's not good. What the fuck? Well, she's not a threat. She does love to talk, though. Yeah. Where did she feel it before? Did she run into Pride before? What? Oh, okay. My dumbass for a second was like, wait, is he the new gluttony? But that doesn't make any fucking sense. It's... Yeah. Who exactly are you? That's fucked up. I guess I know why this kid is important. He's not going to kill you. Yeah, that's correct. It's not that. It's just that she already is a hostage. So, like, she's in no position to fight back anyway. And she's not really trying to investigate. She just accidentally found out, you know? Like, she's not going against the Führer's wishes or anything. It was just an accident. Yeah, definitely. That doesn't mean he's not a homunculus. Yeah. What the hell? How is he the first? If he's Bradley's son. I mean, I know he's not really Bradley's son. The first one ever, or just the first one out of the one that we know? What the fuck? That's crazy. What does that mean? The first out of all of them, or just in general? Well, you're the one who told her that. Of course she would gonna ask again. Yeah, what is happening here? What is he doing to her? That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, there's no reason for you to attack. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But he's trying to intimidate her. Yeah. That's freaky. So that's what he had to do. But man, how does he travel so far so quickly? I mean, obviously through the shadows, but like, what the fuck? How wide do those shadows reach? I mean, I guess he controls shadows that already exist, right? But still, he was all the way in the north through that passage, and they just kind of like appeared here almost instantaneously. Granted, we don't know how much time happened in between him leaving the other guys alone versus coming back to the house there, but like, my God. I guess, sorry, I should mention too, obviously, Salim, the kid, the body was not there, so... That's why I asked that question, because it's like, man, you could reach so far without having to physically be there. That's kind of crazy. Okay, 3 directives. Find car. Fair enough. That is his job. Dr. Marco, who's potentially fled with Scar. Yes, he has. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. After you find them? Oh, fuck. What does that mean? What does that mean? That's fucked up. You can't stop him, dude. Everybody else needs to be able to stop him. It's probably gonna happen, but who's gonna die? He's gonna have to kill somebody to do that? He became a dog of the military without the result. No, he... Yeah, there we go. That's a good way of phrasing it. Yeah, it seems like he knows. Yeah, he doesn't care. You can't appeal to his reason or his humanity. He doesn't have it. He's like that guy from Attack on Titan that just fed the kid to the dogs. I guess that's a spoiler, but I try to keep it as vague as possible. If you haven't watched Attack on Titan, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, that's such a vague thing. You won't know what it means. It's really not that important. It's just kind of the side character that's meant to like just kind of emphasize how heartless human beings can be. Very similar role to what Kimberly does. Although that character was not as active as Kimberly. I just want to see what happened to this motherfucker. I feel like I want to read this again. If humans perish under the homunculi who consider themselves evolved humans, that'd be historic. You just want to see it through. Okay. Is that actually their motivation for doing it? Because one thing we don't know is the motivation. The only motivation that we kind of have is what we've heard from Hohenheim, who is clearly related to this in some way. We just don't know how. But if he's not actually the father, not actually the one carrying out these things, how much of this is his will, right? Because he said all this stuff about wanting to correct humanity's mistakes. Does that mean he wants to replace humanity with what is considered a higher being in the homunculi? Is that the point? Is that what they're trying to do? I honestly don't know. Because the thing is, I doubt that Kimberly knows their main motivations. I think he is just guessing what they want. I think that's the point. It's hard to tell, though. It's really hard to tell. He wants to be like them. Yeah. They enable him. Duh. That's one word for it. That is not what that means. The world does not choose who survives. People just do things, and sometimes people live, sometimes people die. Actually, I shouldn't even say sometimes, because everybody dies. I know we have immortal people in this world technically, but he's not going to be one of them. And I don't think he thinks he's going to be one of them. That's crazy. Well, that's the only life we have, or at least that you know that you have. I don't get it either. Like, I understand it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? That's so stupid. I thought that all alchemists were the same. Why would you ever think that? What does he have there? Oh, it's the stone. He has two, so he can give him one. It's interesting. The problem is, how are they going to be able to execute that plan to a good enough degree to where that's going to be satisfying to Kimberly? Because all they have to do is bring Scar and Dr. Marco to him, right? That's it. So if they bring them to him, at what point is Kimberly going to give them the stone? After he kills them, or after Ed brings them to him? You know what I mean? Because, like, they could set it up, or at least try to set it up to where they have an escape plan in mind, and then as soon as Ed gets the stone, they break them out, and then they all get to run away. I mean, that probably won't work because, again, Winry's still a hostage, but, like, really all that I'm saying is that their options are pretty low there, you know? If Ed wants the stone, he probably will have to turn them in, and they probably will have to die first before he gets the stone. So is that something he can do? Because as we were just talking about earlier in this conversation, Ed doesn't want anybody to get hurt or die. He probably doesn't even want Scar to die. He definitely doesn't want Dr. Marco to die. He likes Dr. Marco. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, let me talk to my team. She needs to know what she's getting into. That is kind of bold. Yeah, he has to be there. Yeah. That is a crazy thing to say. I want to tell her everything, but you can't tell her everything. He's going to be there watching everything that you say. Yeah. She needs to know. Because the thing is, okay, I think from Kimberly's perspective, it's probably better that she does know. Because if she acts out of line because she doesn't know what's going on, like, that doesn't bode well for him either. So maybe it is better that she knows. That's maybe more than I thought he would say. I thought he would just say that I was going to track some people down. That's why they brought you here, sorry. Now she feels like, yeah, I was about to say, she feels like she's, well, they were already in chains anyway. But she feels like that she's holding them back now. That she's become a burden to them. Which is the exact opposite of what she wants. All she said the entire time is that she wants to help them. We might be able to, if this happens. Yeah. Yes, two, actually. It's already been made, though. That's the thing. Does Al not want to? Ooh. I don't think he has a choice. That's the thing. Yeah, is Al not coming with him then? Yeah, did he not know that? I don't know that Al wants to come. That is... I guess that is true, although he could pick him apart, but he wouldn't be able to kill him necessarily unless he got rid of the seal. I think. No. But you might need it. Yeah, she didn't know that. That's true. Good, important thing to mention. It's already happened. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Maybe. Maybe. It's a tightrope, though. That's the thing. Because I feel like if he's going to be under Kimberly's watch this entire time, that's going to be very hard to do. So clearly, you know, Ed isn't exactly just going to... We know this about him. He's not just going to follow orders blindly. He's never been that guy. But it's a really dangerous position to be in order to be simultaneously helping out Kimberly while having his own interests in mind, especially since his own interests aren't in line with what Kimberly wants. But his own interests are also potentially bad for Kimberly's operation that he's asking Ed to perform. So I don't know, it's complicated. That makes sense though. I was curious as to what perspective Al was coming from. I was really surprised because I was like, wait, is Al mad at him for doing this? Like, that just didn't seem like Al to me. So I was like, where is he coming from? This makes a lot of sense. So he was able to pick all this up just from his own knowledge of Ed and the situation and what their goals were without actually talking about it, which is so cool. I'm glad he's explaining this to her because, you know, obviously he's explaining this to the audience as well. Well, now she's in. That's the thing. She can start, like, actually helping in terms of just, like, making decisions based on what's actually going on. I'm glad that she knows because it's a lot safer for her if she does. I think, anyway. I love it. Ed is just completely at peace with it. He's just like, yeah, whatever. No. That's... Man. That might be a bad idea. She's asking Al to move over. Al can't fucking move. What does she want? I mean, obviously she wants to be there for them. How much of this is her wanting to have a part in avenging her parents' death? And I don't know. I don't think, honestly, I don't think that that's what Ed's motivation really was. So that's interesting, right? So like Ed said that to make it sound more convincing for Kimberly, even though there probably is some truth to that. I think to a degree, he might want to help her avenge her parents' death in some way. Probably not by strictly killing Scar or turning him over to Kimberly of all people, but, you know, to help her get closure in some way. So is that what she wants, or does she want to help Ed now with the real plan of meeting with this girl and trying to keep her safe? Does Winry feel like she needs to be there in order to like not be a liability if she was just sitting somewhere in the wall, like not doing anything and not there with them to help them out? Does she feel like she's just, you know, is that going to make her feel like even more of a hostage? Is she going to feel like less of one if she's out here with them in the middle of things where she could possibly escape? Because if they all somehow escape this, right, she's no longer a hostage and presumably they get to go live their lives. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard because obviously she wants them to help get their bodies back as well. So this is, wow, really layered conflict here. Or you have everybody within Al's circle, at least Ed, Al, and Winry, all three of them kind of have their own motivations here. It's still very dangerous for her to be there, though. Were they just pretending to fight? I mean, obviously he's worried for her, but like still. Yeah. He knows that she made this decision with good information, though. Yeah. No, fair enough. All right, cool. Okay, so I think by the end, I was kind of just like leaning into things that I was thinking about, kind of getting ahead of the curve here. But yeah, that dynamic of Ed and Al's and Winry's goals and perspectives, very fascinating. Because I think Al wants to get involved even less than Ed does, because I don't think Al wants to be a part of bringing Scar or Dr. Marco in. It doesn't seem like he even really wants anything to do with the Philosopher's Stone because of how they were created and what we know the plan is now. At least, you know, the homunculi plan is for now. But like, it also seems like he does believe in Ed's alternative goal of trying to find Mei. Xiao Mei, Mei Chang, I don't remember which one is which. One of those is the panda. the girl, obviously. So I think he just wants that. I don't think that he wants anything to do with finding Scar, though, or bringing him to justice. I don't think that matters to Al the way that it does to Ed. Because even though Ed probably was lying at least a little bit by saying that he wanted to bring Scar to justice to avenge Winry's parents, I think he cares a lot more about that than Al does. Because I don't think Al has that perspective of like revenge or violence. Not that Ed really does either, but he has more of it than Al does for sure. And I think for Ed, it's more about like, we still have to face the threat in some way and get some sort of closure, even if it's not necessarily like violence related. I don't think that's really what it's about for Ed either. We'll kind of see. But man, a lot of things happening. Really interesting dynamic here. And it's all centered around Kimberly. That guy is just a menace. You'd think after finally being introduced to all the sins that we like wouldn't need any more villains or any more conflict, but nope. We certainly have one anyway. So crazy stuff. The one thing that I'm noticing, right, is that most people aren't around anymore, right? Like all of the people that matter are leaving the wall. So are we gonna still spend some time with Olivier and the people there? Because if, you know, Ed, Al, and Winry aren't there and Kimberly's not there, okay, then it's just them alone, right? So how are they gonna operate now that Kimberly is out of the way? Now that they've gotten a couple of their guys back? Are they gonna learn any more relevant information? I assume they're still gonna be relevant to the plot. I'm not really sure what their next steps are. I'm sure we'll find out as soon as next episode. Yeah. Speaking of next episode, I think we'll just move on. I'm about to watch it anyway. At least I think I am. Do I have time? Yeah, I have time. All right, cool. So before I go and do that, though, I just want to say real quick, thank you for watching. I appreciate it a lot. Please, if you enjoyed, if you're here with me still, please hit the buttons for me. You know the ones, the YouTube buttons, like button, comment button, subscribe button, and the bell as well. I'd appreciate it a lot. I will see you guys next time. Good night, sweet princedom.